Oh, here we go. There we go. I gotta see if I can't make this chat bigger. Here we go. Pop out chat. Here we go. There we go. Much better. Much better. I can see now. So fix this. Sunday fun day. Did some laundry, hanging out at the house. Whole lot of nothing going on today. Rig truck is ready. I got one more box I gotta attach. I gotta buy and I gotta attach. Let's see what else is going on. Still welding pipe here in Denver. Had a commenter offered job of what's up. Yep, thumbs up. Good to see you guys. We're just hanging out here on a Sunday afternoon. Not much going on here. I have 10 days left in this house, and one of two things: I either have to get a new job or a new house and a new job, or a new house. And the new house and new job would probably be easier. Denver, this place is whack, just crazy expensive. I got a crazy deal on this house, but they're literally tearing it down at the end of the month. Tearing it down to the ground. They're going to build some $2 million. I mean, this house was built in the 40s and it's worth $750,000, and they're going to tear it down. To give you an idea of what property values are going off here in Denver. This spot has me spoiled. I'm literally riding my bike to work every day. I don't have to drive the dually around and worry about parking downtown Denver. I'm not getting paid for my rig on this job anyway. So we're working on trying to figure out if we're going to go to Wyoming, North Dakota, West Texas. I just got back from LaSalle and Greeley, Fort Lupton area this morning, looking for work. I mean, it's quiet. Nobody's working on a Sunday morning. There were a few shops open, and I did stop by one, and I think the guy, I hurt his feelings for asking if there was any work around. Sounds like, I don't know if he thought I was going to take a slice of his pie or what, but let's see. Burning and earning. Yep. You got to get out there and get it. Any means necessary. So just here to hang out. I don't have a whole lot going on. I figure we could walk outside, assuming my internet will hold out. Show you the truck. It's all finished up. Machines on it, ready to go. Need to fire that thing up today anyway. Get some gas flowing through it. Keep it fresh. So still hadn't got to burn more than 10 rods on the damn thing. Was supposed to yesterday, but I ended up working all day. We had, I wouldn't call it an emergency shutdown, but we had to do some, it was pretty urgent work with the water line there at the steam plant. A pretty exciting job. That's a neat little facility, this steam plant here in Denver. Come to find out, most of the skyscrapers in Denver don't have their own like hot water system, heating or hot water system. And this little facility between this one and another one, which they're going to tear down, and the second phase of the job I'm on, they're going to quadruple the heating capacity or whatever. I don't know. Take over all the responsibility of the Zuni plant, which is right next to the what do they call the Broncos stadium? They're going to tear it down so they can build condos there. Crazy, just crazy. They bought it for 10 times the value from the gas plant or gas company so they could tear it down and build condos. Crazy world. I mean, I ride my bike to work, and this used to be the ghetto of Denver. Now they're building $1 million houses left and right. I think there's 13 cranes downtown. What's up? Uh, I mean, if you're an ironwork, well, I don't know. Most of it's concrete. Most of these high rises are just all concrete, not a bunch of ironwork. But yeah, concrete guys and rod busters are in super high demand in this town. But they don't get paid for shit. It's crazy. And rent is super expensive. And I'm wondering who's living in all these places they're building. So it's wild times. Wow, 21 people. I think that's a record for one of my live streams. Of course, this is only the third one. So good morning, everybody. Good morning. It's good to see all of you guys here. So, but let's see, here in a few minutes, I think we'll go walk outside. I'll give you a view of the house they're about to tear down, the one I'm sitting in right now. And we'll go look at the machine here in just a few. Morning, Jacob. So, Ohio, right on. There's a bunch of work going on up there in Ohio, huh? I've been seeing all kinds of ads for work. Man, I've been shaking the welding job tree. Every branch I know, Indeed, Roadtex. I don't know if all of you guys know, but I made a Facebook page specifically to join those job boards they got there on Facebook. That and memes. So you guys are more than welcome to follow me there too. I'll drop a link on that. Actually, I'll do that right now. Let's see if I can find it. I'm looking. See, it just says facebook.com. I don't know. I don't know how to do this. I haven't figured. Oh, yeah. No, I got to click this button. Here we go. Yeah, and I do actually do a few posts here. Whoops. That I don't put on YouTube. Mostly responses to questions and how-to stuff, like the how to fit any lateral. That was originally only a Facebook post. Here's the link right here. And I did another one, headers, like 90 degrees, like a branch. In that same, well, I'd have to post the link to that too. Let's see. Would I ever go back to structural? I was actually working on updating my resume the other day, and man, I've welded so much vessels, structure, pipe, TIG and stick on pipe. I've welded so many things that instead of narrowing myself down to a combo pipe welder or a structural welder, I literally on the top of my resume just put welder. I mean, I love welding. I love burning rod. I love the fire, the heat. I'll weld anything. I mean, now I'm not going to go to my local shop and weld for $14 an hour. That's not going to happen. But if the pay is right, I'll weld anything. I don't care. I'm not one of those guys. If it ain't round, put it down. I'll I love cutting I beams. I mean, oh yeah, I saw a bunch of jobs in California too. I saw a bunch of rig jobs in California. I'd be nervous to go to California myself. Uh, I've heard just horror stories. The regulations they have over there, and uh, what do they got to do? They got to pay double time on the weekends or some shit like that. I mean, I I would rather get time and a half on a weekend than not work a weekend at all because an employer doesn't want to pay double time or whatever they do over there. Um, but man, I'll tell you what, I can't wait for gold or all the metals to go back up and get back out there out west to the gold mines. That's some awesome work. Uh, Nevada, Arizona, yeah, love that part of the world. So. Yeah, the union's pretty strong over there. Most of those refineries are all union, from what I understand. There's a bunch of oil field work. That's what I've been looking for mostly lately is oil field type stuff, uh, which I'm getting a feel of how volatile this oil is, up and down. It's got these annual cycles. Summer isn't up, and this is we're kind of at the bottom of a annual cycle right now, which it could either break through and go down, or it could spring back up. I follow or use a website. What was it called? Oilprice.com. They post 2 or 3 articles every day, all pertaining to factors that have to do with calculating the price of oil on the free market. Real fascinating stuff. There's a lot to understand, though. A lot to wrap your head around. Talked to my pop this morning, and we both agree that you've got to follow it, but you got to follow the macro trend. You can't look at these news articles day to day, and you'll see, like I explained to him, you'll see 3 articles posted. 2 of them are price positive, one's price negative. The next day, you got 2 price negatives and 1 price positive. But the overall trend will be up or down or whatever it is. And right now, we're in an overall up trend with some downward pressure. So we'll see if the price holds and keeps going up. If it keeps going up, the work's going to be easier and easier to get. I mean, and I'm sure if I was in West Texas right now, I'd have some work lined out, be right in the thick of it. But man, I'm hearing so much negative stuff about down there. I got the number up on my screen right now for B&B Welding there in Carlsbad. I'm going to call them tomorrow and see what they've got going on for work. That was an outfit that a buddy of mine recommended. Billy, I assume you're talking about out in West Texas. Plenty of rig repair. Yeah, I mean, yes, sir. Yep. I'm sure there is. The issue is, and I would be down there in a heartbeat if I had an RV. I got the puppy, and you guys know me. I like to rent my rooms, just like I got this sweet deal here. But I'm not going to count on a good deal down there. And if I had an RV, I'd tow it down there and pay that $800 a month lot fee or whatever, and make sure I've got some good air conditioners. Versus probably, I mean, I'm here in Denver, 5,000 feet elevation, and it's probably still 70 degrees outside. It's nice and cool this morning. We got a bunch of rain last night. Fall is in the air. By the end of the month, the colors are going to be going off. It's going to be beautiful. So, especially this time of year, I'm going to be missing my old place back in Pagosa, which I don't know if you guys knew that I sold my old house. So, well, let's walk outside. Let's take a tour. Let's go check out this machine. I need to fire it up, and I figure I'll do it while you guys are here. So, get my shoes on. You stay here. So yeah, this is the house that they're tearing down. I mean, it's empty. There's no furniture. I mean, the only stuff I got are the boxes that all the tools I've been ordering. Found a great website. Because these. Here we go. Hopefully the light doesn't mess up too bad. You go to these welding stores. They don't have anything in stock anyway. They got to order it. So I found a website where you just order it and they deliver it to your door instead of having to. Hey, I'm gonna cut this off and turn it around. My rod box here gets in the way of putting a bottle in on the bottom. So let's see. Here we go. Here's the front. Yeah. Still needs. Yeah, somebody let me know if we're still live. If not, I'll probably just have to restart this and come back here in a little bit. Yeah, so I guess we're down. Here we go. Okay, no, we're back. Yeah, so I guess I can't go that far. Here, this is the place though. Like it's not a rig truck in there, or it would be parked inside. You know, I think 2 years ago they remodeled this place totally. New paint, new roof, new floors, granite countertops, slate shower. I mean, it's nice just to tear it down. Tear it down. But anyway, yeah. Sorry that didn't quite work out as. Yeah, it is. I can see the comments now that are coming in. Yeah, it's sweet, and I'll tell you what. I don't know if I told the story. Somebody showed me that truck. They knew the situation with my dually that's still in Farmington that I still got to deal with. Hell, it may not even be there anymore. The guy could have fucking sold it for all I know. But guy at work knew my situation, how I was tired on waiting on this truck to get finished up. And he showed me this picture of that truck, said, "Hey, it's for sale." Put my hood down, started welding. About an hour later, I was like, "Yeah, fuck it. I'm going to buy that thing." And there it sits, done, ready to rock. Yeah, like I said, that rollout wheel's coming. I tell you the truth, I've only used a rollout wheel a handful of times, and it's still going to be a new experience for me. But you talk about a huge gain in productivity. I can't wait. Like I said, one of those biohazard ones. I'll drop a link here. You guys can check it out. This is another great little website, off the hook design and fabrication. This guy makes some really cool welding tools. If any of you guys are fitters or anything like that, they've got a lot of cool fitting tools. Here we go. There's the website right there. I talked to this guy. You talk about busy. The guy runs a fab shop full time. He welds like dune buggy frames and stuff like that, and he whips out this kind of just really cool tools. He's got all the laser CNC stuff, the this and the that makes him building shit really easy. And it's not the cheapest, but I mean it's good quality stuff. And he's not paying me to say that or anything, but that's just how highly I think of him. As I'll say that without being paid for it. So let's see. Oops. Confirm. Yeah, I still haven't got used to this Facebook. If you guys send me a private message, I just learned how all that shit works. Yeah, but follow me there. Like I said, there's some cool stuff that goes on there. I'm still not that good at using it. I'd have to find the link before I could share it with you. And I don't know if I can do that right this second. But yeah, a lot of just back and forth banter. How cool fitting tips that I've been learning on. I forget which groups I'm a part of. I'm on the road again. West Texas welding opportunities. Let me just pull it up. There's a few of these really worthwhile. Some of these are really worthwhile groups to be a part of if you're looking to extend your contacts on West Texas. No, that's a mostly trucking one. West Texas Rig Welders. That was the one. Here. Actually, I'll drop this link here. I think I can get the link for it. Here we go. Yeah. Conversations like this. I've got 2 videos I made for this post. See, I don't know how to share this. Yeah, bummer. I don't know. I don't know. I can't link to it. So, but yeah, been whittling on my left-handed, hard to come by, left-handed flip front pancake hood over the glasses. This is an original. I've still got some whittling to do, and I took a digger out of it. I got a little too aggressive. And this is just real soft balsa wood, so it's easy to carve on, but something just to fill up a boring Sunday. Already took care of laundry, so but let's just say here, how'd I get that bigger again? Pop out chat. Here we go. There we go. Oh, I lost all the comments. Here we go. How are you, the single hand stick pipe welder uphill in West Texas? I'm not quite sure what you're saying. Um, Brazil. Wow. Yeah, actually, a couple years ago, 2013, I was approached about going to Afghanistan, and I actually got my secret clearance. Was about to go, and it was kind of the perfect storm. I decided it wasn't as good of a deal as I was hoping, and at the same time, the contract got pulled, so I didn't go. Um, but yeah, I would be down. I've got the puppy dog now. It would be harder to do, uh, but yeah, I mean, I can travel anywhere. Like I said, nowadays, the only thing I got to keep in mind is the dog. So, which would I would go to Fiji. That would be awesome. Uh, Rio de Janeiro in Qatar, out in the Middle East. What I just saw one a few minutes ago on Facebook, Lebanon or somewhere over there. Big, huge, multi-process power plant. Um, that just goes to show you how how useful skilled labor is, and welding as a whole is. Oh yeah, you know, semi-permanent, non-permanent. I the let me I'll tell you guys about this. The situation I'm in, I'm so thankful for. I'm so blessed. All that whole rig out there paid for with cash. $0 of debt. I owe nobody no money. I could sit here on this couch for the next month for all I care and do nothing. I'd be bored out of my mind, and really that's what I tell people. Whatever, chase the dollars if that's what you're after. But I work for the adventure of it. I love traveling. I love seeing new places. The situation I'm in now is totally new. Um, it's exactly opposite of Ponca City, Oklahoma. Little podunk town in Oklahoma. Now I'm in big city Denver. Uh, Man, I love all the experiences. The food here in this town, I don't even have to go anywhere. I can have anything delivered to the house. Grubhub. Just boop 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 boop. Click the buttons on the computer, and I can have Thai food delivered. I can have Indian food delivered. I can have Mexican food delivered. But word to the wise, Mexican doesn't deliver very well. Um, Trinity Industries. I don't know Trinity. I'm gonna Google it right now though. Where are they out of? Trees. Dallas, Texas. It looks like a pretty big company. Publicly traded. Hmm. Looks like some big business stuff right here. Hard to say honestly. I don't know. I'd have to do a little bit of research before I could tell you what I thought of those guys. Uh, Oh yeah, Eric. Yeah, I'm sure. Oh yeah, yeah. There's bukus of welding jobs in West Texas. Single hand, rig hand, um, and that's a good thing. I'll weld up. Uh, like I said, I got such a broad spectrum uh, of stuff that I can weld. Hold on, what's this one? You'll be done in October with welding school. Planning on living in Fiji. Yeah, yeah, I don't blame you. If I had the option, if I could leave right now, I'd go to Fiji. Sure, why not? Hey, thank you, Rico. I appreciate it. Yeah, Platteville. See, I just drove up there. I was like this morning. I did my laundry and drove up to LaSalle. Wanzik has a job up there. I saw that they were hiring rig welders. Tried to go find that site and was asking around for it. I didn't find it, and I used to have some contacts with Wanzik. I did a job with them years and years ago. Um, just you just missed the rig tour. I can't go back out there. The internet cuts out. I guess it's just too far. I got me my 1962 red face, badass machine. I think the carburetor needs tuned. It was tuned down there at like 3,500 feet, and we're at 5,000. So it has to. I mean, it runs great. You just have to run it at choke and half choke until it gets the fuel flowing through it. Uh, Good old red face. You can't go wrong. Holy moly! You talk about those old Lincolns, man. They have withstood. That machine is 57 years old. I'm probably the third or fourth welder to make a living off of it. Uh, Granted, those new millers are badass. Those Pipe Pros, oh man, they're smooth as butter. No lie, but they're not going to stand the test of time. You're going to start seeing dead millers 3 or 4 years from built the same way. These, I won't be the last welder to run this machine. It's so. Are you trying to go on as a operator, Harold? Uh, TIC doesn't hire a lot of rigs. This is an odd job where we've got one rig welder on this job. He is at the fab yard, which I'm working in downtown Denver. They have this fab yard outside of town. They're making up some spool pieces, and he's the same way, kind of like me. He's been with TIC for a long time and came up through the company. Started as probably a helper, low level. I don't know. And the company invested a lot of money into him, and he bought his rig and learned how to TIG weld and all that. I've been on a couple jobs with TIC that they've had some rig welders, and that's why I always bring up how I like to get back out to the mines. Those mine contracts stipulate that you have so many X amount of rig welders, just because um, it's that type of work. With a rig, you can be more flexible. You don't have to have the power. You don't have to have anything set up. They can just show up, and they can work. They can work in a dirt parking lot, and they've got everything they need. Uh, oh yeah, well, like I said, mixed boy, doing pipe now. I've done a lot of pipe in the past. Um, I put it down for a while. I was on a hot streak of busting out on some X-rays, and really hurt my feelings. And I I lost a job, and then I lost a pipe job, and the next day had a structure job just because I was hurting for money. I couldn't afford to not be in the structural world. Now, when you're good at something, people come to you for it, and that's kind of what it was for several years with the structural welding. But man, I'm tired of working that hard. I'm getting older. That's what I'll say. I'm getting older. So I'm enjoying the easier work these days. And the pipe welding is definitely a lot less work. No toting the 50-pound wire box around, all that nonsense. So, but I still love structural fitting. I love building big structures. Uh, like I said, if the pay's right, I mean, I actually saw a rig job where they were wanting iron worker slash rig welder slash rigger slash uh, all the stuff that I could do, but the pay wasn't quite right. Well, if they were offering per diem, it was 30, 15, no per diem. So that's $45 an hour. I would be interested building steel buildings or some shit like that. Let me move this over here. Yeah. Thanks, Eric. I appreciate it. I'll tell you what. The rig truck has been a goal of mine since I started welding. But like I said, what's slowed me down is the fact that I have not been willing to go into debt for any of this stuff. And I have probably spent. I'm getting up to $23,000 on the truck, the welder, the tools. A lot of money. It's you think in your head you can sit down and think, okay, well, I'm going to need this, this, and this, and it's going to cost this much money. Well, I guarantee you're forgetting a lot of shit, a lot of expensive shit, and it's a lot of money, and then you need 6 of them. Then you're going to get to a job where you need 2 jumbo stands and 2 mini stands, and those are another 150 bucks each. So TIC does still have mine contracts, Anthony. They have a maintenance contract in Carlin with Newmont. Uh, they do that turnaround every year. Small, it's like a couple of guys. They've got a job going right now in the California Nevada line. Small. Gold is dropping like a rock. Gold is at like 1180. So that's mines are putting a halt on spending and probably doing layoffs at that level. So that's why I said gold has to be, for any real work in the mines to kick off. We're going to have to see gold, not just a spike where it comes back down a level 1350. After that happens, but I'm telling you, gold will be at 1350 for one day. When gold goes back up, it's going to hang around $1,600 for a while. Just because, I mean, that's my opinion, just from the people I follow who are privy to that kind of information. Oh yeah, I went to welding school with a bunch of old dudes. And I'm curious where they're at now. I remember one of the old dudes I went with actually graduated with a job. So more power to him. He was a hustler. I think he lost his CDL. I think he got a DUI, and he knew what the welding was all about. Like me, I didn't know the possibilities, but this is a grown man who's been there, done that, and he's seen it all. So he knew that he wanted to. It's like, all right, I'm getting into compressor technician. Okay, kind of scrolling out, seeing some of the stuff on this here. Do I buy gold? I've bought some silver before. I can't bring myself to. I told actually a good buddy of mine, Martin, that I told him this 2 years ago. 2 years ago, when gold was at $1,250, $1,300, it was bouncing around in that range. I told him I'll buy gold at 1150. I have not seen gold at 1150, but I will still buy it at 1150. That's just too much of a bargain. 60 or 11. I think 1175 maybe was as low as it got. Um, but what kind of truck do I got for the rig? That is a 1988 GMC 1-ton dually, 2-wheel drive. Uh, I I I wasn't interested in it when I first saw it because I wanted a 4-wheel drive truck, but a buddy of mine had that exact same truck, 94 or 95. Um, that truck, 2-wheel drive, can outdrive a 2010 um, GMC 1-ton dually 4-wheel drive. I've seen it with my own two eyes. Two rig trucks, both set up almost the same machine, so there wasn't a whole lot of weight difference. And the 2-wheel drive, I don't know what it is, what about it, but the dynamics of the weight. So I've seen this do what I need it to do. If you can call it a road, if you can look at it and say that is a road, this truck will drive down it. And that's not something I can take rock crawling or something like that. But it'll get me anywhere I need to go to, and if not, it can get me close enough that the equipment can pull me there. So, uh, oh yeah, yeah. Working while going to welding school. See, I was fortunate. I was able to focus on welding school when I went to welding school. My parents helped me out a lot. Um, Big up to them. I really do appreciate them for all the help. They got me where I'm at today. I wouldn't be here if I didn't have their help. Uh, but uh, but yeah, I was able to go to school early and stay late, and I didn't have to worry about working while I was there. So I could tell you a trick though. If you want to get some a big job where you got some unemployment coming your way, work to the end of the project, take your layoff, go to welding school while you're getting your unemployment. That's a life hack right there. No, Canadian welder farmer. I didn't. I never heard back from him. And sorry about your breakup, man. Like I said, get you a dog, dude. Those girls, it's not going to get any easier for real. Um, I never. I tried to look up those Canadian that process. I tell you what, if you got a machine though, and there's work around, you just got to hustle it up. Get out there and find it. Like I said, I guess it looks like there's a bunch of agriculture stuff in your area. You gotta make a name for yourself, and you gotta hustle. And if people can't afford you, they can't afford you. But you gotta find the people who can. And if you're any good at what you that machine, so you just got to keep after it. So, but I'm sure. I mean, you obviously got internet access. You probably can find out some of that CVW stuff, but easier than I can. I just don't even know where to start. It's totally different here in the States. The CVW versus AWS, it's totally different. Not even anywhere near the same. I know a lot of those guys have to pay for their own certs, whereas we show up with no certs to a job and our employer certifies us. So it's just totally different. Yeah, Anthony, times are changing. TIC used to be a great company, and I'll tell you what. In the time that I've worked for them, like they've changed so much. It's a shame. I mean, little Kiwit is all it is. I mean, it's a little Kiwit. Uh, we used to think that Kiwit was going to edge them out, and everyone would just be Kiwit. Um, it, I mean, it is what it is. The whole construction industry has changed. I mean, you look at even Elkhorn. Elkhorn's now Wood Group. Um, all these little construction companies. Wanzik is Mass Tech or Moss Tech or whatever. They've all been sucked up into these corporate conglomerates, and just so they can squeeze every single dime they can out of these. It's just not the same anymore, all across the board. Oh yeah, Kiewit's huge. They're all over the world. In fact, they're getting really big in Australia right now too. Yep, Nicholas, I'm still here in Denver. In fact, that's what I started this stream to talk about, because they're about to tear down this house, or do I stay and get a new place? So I'm still trying to decide. So you bring it up to the boss. Oh well, we're gonna get you this and we're gonna get you that. Well, I'll believe it when I see it. Until then, so I'm just kind of in a state of flux right now, where really I can go anywhere, work for anyone, doing anything. So, but I'm here. At the my biggest problem is I get in a rut. I get in my comfort zone, and I'm like, well, I'm here and I got a good job, and I'm getting my 2 grand a week, and I don't really well. It's too easy to stay complacent and be like, I'm really not reaching. I'm not taking any risks. That's my tendency, is I get comfortable where I'm at. Um, but with all that money sitting, some motivation right there for sure. Like I said, um, I got a few packages coming in the mail to this address. Uh, I got to stick around until the 30th. Then I got some serious decisions to make. So, but we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, I've seen there's a lot of work down there in the Chocolate Bayou with Jacobs. I don't go down there. I avoid Houston. It's just not my place. Uh, I've been down there a couple times. Corpus, I'd go back to Corpus, little Ingleside area, outside of Corpus. Kingsville, I did a job in Kingsville years ago. Really enjoyed it. I love the weather down there in the wintertime. Um, but man, you go up and you shake a tree, welders fall out down there. It's not like the rest of the world. There's hmm. Yeah, Harold, for sure. I'll keep you posted. The videos are going to keep coming. The whole thing about the videos on this job is I was busy, 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 and then the work just stopped. And we've been pouring. I've been like supervising concrete pours and making one weld every other day. It's been ridiculous. Did that ductile pipe fitting, that those drain lines and stuff underneath the concrete that they're pouring. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, and that didn't make for super interesting stuff. That was just a pain in the ass. Nothing interesting about it. So um, concrete's poured, and now we've got all this equipment and tanks, and it's what is it? A reverse osmosis filtration system is what we're spools going in, and man, a buddy of mine threatened to bring in his drone. And I thought, oh, we're going to get some awesome footage with this drone doing a flight straight up from the job site downtown Denver, flying up amongst the skyscrapers and coming back down. But he got scared, and we didn't get to make that video. So yeah, Kiewit fires is not scared to fire people. They fire a lot of people. They like to hire young dumb people for sure. In fact, people go to engineering school or whatever that is. Get engineering degrees specifically because they know Kiewit will hire them right out of school. Um, yeah, I can TIG weld stainless, and I'm getting better at this. Schedule 10 stainless has been my nemesis, but I'm getting it. I'm getting it licked, so it's going to be all good here before too long. Make a 10-pound C4. I'm not quite sure what that is. I just missed this comment up here, Eric. One thing about this industry, it's not well. I kind of agree with you, um, but I disagree with you at the same time. I I run alone. I don't. I'm not. I'm the guy who can not know. I got an extensive resume and I got proof to back it up of what I'm capable of doing. I'm good at hard work. That's plain and simple. I'm good at hard work. Um, and I cannot know for years and years of my welding career, I didn't know anybody, and I'd show up to a job site alone and do all right. So it is possible, but it does help to know people for sure. And it's great to have people calling you about work. Um, that's the best position. Once you get a name for yourself, that's how it works. But it's rough starting out for sure. It is. Yeah. So, but you got to start somewhere. And if it doesn't work the first time, try again, and then try again, and try again, and try again until it does work out for you. And woo, C4 is that you'll pay me 15,000 for. Well, see, okay, now that's not for no reason. Twisting a cable around another crane. That's crane incidences are real serious in this business. I mean, real serious. Oh, you're in Commerce City. Okay, I got you. Duplex. I got a little experience with duplex. Andrew, I'm in Colorado right now. I call this part of Colorado Kansas, but I mean you can see the mountains from here. Depends. Are you looking to work in Colorado, or are you looking to visit? I mean, that a month from now, this is going to be one of the most beautiful places in the world. Get up into the mountains, uh, just do some driving, look at the foliage, the changing leaves, and whatnot. Beautiful. As far as work, work in Denver sucks. If you're, I mean, I got probably one of the best deals around, but I see welders getting so underpaid here. It's not even funny. I feel bad for them. Um, no, I've never done sprinkler fittings. The work, the work here in, yeah, you can make money here, but the work just doesn't pay here. It's one of those towns that people want to be here so bad they they're taking a cut in problem, hands down, for sure, guaranteed. Um, so just in my experience, minimum wage, that's rough stuff right there. Yeah, like I said, just this morning I was up that way. I know Wanzik's got a job. I've been looking at getting on with those guys as a rig welder. Bunch TIC actually bid on a job and missed out outside of Greeley. 2-year long project that they want done in 7 months. Um, so yeah, there's a lot of work, and this oil money, they know you go right to the bottom. So if they're going to commit to a project, they want to get it done as fast as possible, while they can, keep an eye on that price. So like, okay, we're going up. Let's start building, build. That way, by the time they get to this point where they're starting to come down, it's all in the rearview mirror. It's just like a gold mine. A gold mine has to know what their next 6 months of income looks like, and that's what gold futures are for. That's what oil futures are for. Um, so these companies can plan ahead at least 6 months to a year as far as what their expected income is going to be. Um, you know what? I don't. I can find out, Anthony, and I am curious to know who got it. Let's see. Uh, yes, but I don't know. It's going to be a crazy job, though. Go out there and get it. Nobody's going to hand you all that big money. That's why I got into traveling, and I knew in welding school uh, that traveling was where the money is at in welding. So, I mean, if you're looking for the big bucks, I mean, you got to go out there and get it. If I can if I could be at home, which really I'm homeless now. I sold my house. I don't have a home anymore. Uh, Up where are you talking about, Nicholas? Oh, wait, to Greeley, dude. That's too good to be true. I'd work for that. And you can email me, and I'll get back to you. Yeah, you can't go wrong. Shoot me an email. I'll get back to you. I'll find out. I can find out tomorrow who got that. My superintendent will know. But yeah, we'll see. The next couple of weeks is going to be kind of a big point for oil. Like I said, they're testing the bottom right now. So if it holds, it'll spring back up. If not, it'll keep going down. So yeah, I'm still thinking about it. I'm going to be here in Denver till the end of the month. I have this play the 15th, but I wouldn't feel bad about dragging up 2 weeks early. Um, yeah, Hellenbach, I've seen. I subscribe to him. I've seen a bunch of his videos. Um, but yeah, no, like I said, I'm gonna call B&B in Carlsbad Monday. Um, I got to start making plans for what's going to happen at the end of the month because, like you may have missed it, but I said I either have to get a new place here in Denver or I have to get a new job in a new place anywhere else. Um, the thing about going down to the Permian is the housing situation. I wish I had a trailer. I'd be down there. I wouldn't have to think so hard about it. But don't have a trailer yet. I'm not in a big rush to get one. There's lots of work other places where I don't need a trailer. Um, Lots of other places closer to here. Um, in fact, a viewer of mine said, "Hey, when you're ready to go from here. And this is my part of the world. I mean, I like Texas. I'll work in Texas. I'll work in Oklahoma, but I got a real soft spot for Colorado, for Wyoming, for Nevada, New Mexico, Arizona, North Dakota, even. Um, that's my part of the world. That's where I like to spend my time at. So yeah, I tell you what, I've seen some neat tricks of his. Hell and Back Welding, we're talking about here. Channel on YouTube. He had this D8 dozer that middle of winter time needed to plow his driveway. He thawed the block out by lighting a fire under the block. I mean, you talk about badass. That dude's living it, man. They do it so different up there in Canada. I get a kick out of all those Canadians up there. You got old field rep, line helper guy, Hell and Back. Uh, there's one more I feel I'm missing. Yeah, all of those are great. I like I said, if there's welding videos on YouTube, I've odds are I've seen it. I mean, yeah. So I'll take a few more questions. We'll be here for a few more minutes, but I'll be probably shutting this down here in a few minutes. Oh yeah, dude, that's guaranteed. Guaranteed. That's where the money's at. 80% of it is in the per diem too. Uh, the fact that they're willing to pay all your living expenses. I mean, I can still to this day pocket 100% of my paycheck and live off of the per diem. Um, when they're paying you $100 a day just to show up to work, it, it adds up. You work 5, 6, 4, 3, 2 days. If you show up every day that work is scheduled, you get paid every day that week per diem. Really makes it worthwhile to hit the road. It's not to mention it. In my mind, it's top tier. You got to be the top of your game to. I mean, you got to know that you're going to pass that test. And these companies aren't good. Well, a lot of these companies will. You know, there's such big jobs that they'll hire anybody if you can pass the test. But you yourself got to know that you can pass that test. If you're going to drive 12 hours for a job, you got to have some faith in yourself. So, yeah, yeah, old Schofield, Jacob Schofield. I thought about reaching out to him. I heard he's going to take a hiatus. Somebody mentioned that his old lady's knocked up and they're expecting a youngin'. Oh, yeah, easy. You can make 5 grand a week. If I was down in the Permian, I mean, if you're putting in more hours than that, and that's with no rig pay. If you're getting your rig pay for 50 hours is going to be 3 grand. Yeah, after tax. Yeah, after tax. And yeah, when you're making 5 grand a week, uh, you're well, you could be doing 1099, you could be doing split check. It's hard to say. Uh, you got to start jumping through some hoops to be keeping as much of that money as you can. You're not gonna be using TurboTax. Yeah, I don't weld tubes. I almost got into that right out of welding school. I had a cousin who was a tube welder, and something else came up before the tube welding did. I wish I would have followed that and got better at it. Um, but no, I don't weld tubes. I do steam lines. I've done a lot of high pressure steam, and that's what I'm working on now. I'm making 32 and 90 a day per diem, $32 an hour, single hand. Not using my rig right now. All right, you guys. We're at We're at Nicholas. Where's Jacob's paying 35 and 100? Of course, I'm not really interested in single hand work anymore. Uh, like I said, it hurts my feelings to know that that truck is ready to go and it's sitting out here. Uh, yeah, the rig tour is coming. The official rig tour video is coming. It will be on the interwebs soon. I have one more box I want to buy. I want to get my leads on there. Right now, the leads are just sitting in the back seat. In Commerce City, okay, Sunco, okay. Of course, that's on that duplex stuff, right? I'd have to brush up. I'd have to brush up. I that was a job I got ran off of back in 2012, 11, something like that. We were welding some alloys, and it would just hurt my feelings. So, there's a lot of great videos already out there, Ryan. Um, Flat and horizontal certifications. Are you in America or in Canada? But yeah, as far as flat and horizontal, those videos are already out there. People have made some great stuff on that. I don't really. There's not a lot of how to. I can't set up and show you the great camera view with the crystal clear arc shots and whatnot. Uh, I I'm not really set up to do those awesome how-to videos, but they're already out there. They've already made them. Just Google it and they'll pop up. Welding tips and tricks. Uh, who's that guy down in Houston? WeldTube. I think he just came out with a couple of those videos. I'd recommend those guys. Yeah, WeldTube. Yep. Yeah, and CBW. I'm not at all, or CWB, Canadian Welding Bureau. Not at all. Like, can't help you, man. I just don't know. In fact, here in America, there's only a shop would issue you. There's no flat test AWS even. I don't think the standard is 3G, which is vertical and horizontal overhead. Or yeah, three. Yeah, two horizontal, three vertical, and overhead. For those are your typical tests. I mean, there's not even a flat test anyone would ever give you. So email sent. I'll go check it. All right, you guys have a great weekend. Thanks for joining me. Stay tuned for the next step of the adventure. And like I said, there's still videos coming up on this site. It's just been kind of slow. Uh, the rig tour is coming. In fact, I'm going to go out to the car and get the brochure for the box and get it ordered. Um, so, all right. We'll see you guys on Facebook and see you in Fiji. Yeah, right on. Thanks, guys. We'll see you soon.